So my kitchen tap's been dripping for quite a while now, and I was thinking about replacing the whole unit, replacing everything. But the other day I was kind of feeling it, having a look at it, and the hot tap, which is this one here, was kind of, you can feel it's kind of a bit wiggly, a bit wobbly. So I thought I'd kind of try and take the cap off, see if I could tighten it up, and if that'd do anything. But then when I took it off, what I found was that the piece inside it was actually wobbling inside the shaft. So I thought, rather than spend out 50, 60 quid on a whole new tap, why don't I just replace kind of the element or the bit that's inside it? So I went online and found some replacement parts. So I wasn't sure what size it was, so I got my calipers out and just kind of had a measure up. So hopefully I've got the right ones. I ended up going for one of the ones that was just kind of the most straightforward and most common, widely used ones. And it's just this ceramic tap gland, 1/2 inch, exactly as you can see there. So there's one for cold and one for hot as well, obviously highlighted by the red and blue bits there. So, you know, I thought for the sake of £5, I can save replacing the whole unit just by replacing this bit in here. So let's take this off and have a look what we're looking at. Okay, great. So with the handle off, we can see inside, obviously we've got the bit that the handle goes onto, which is when you turn it, that's what turns the tap on. Then you've got the main tap body. The bit that's wobbling, I'm not sure if you can see it on camera or not. Just about see it there maybe. You see kind of around this seal here is where it's wobbling. And that's exactly where the water's coming out from. So it's dripping, there you go, you can just about see it there, straight out of that point. So, looking at what we've got here, turn it out the other way, you can see that we've got an exact replacement. Hopefully, everything is exactly as it needs to be, and it should go straight on. And then all we need to do is just obviously take this bit out and put the new one in, and it should be job done. If I take it out straight away though, what's going to happen? The water's just going to come gushing out, so we need to isolate it. So fortunately, underneath is where I've got an isolation valve. So I'm just going to turn the feed off to this tap now, and then we should be able to get a spanner on here, maybe a set of stynels or something like that, and we'll get this out. Okay, great. So with that isolated, I've just got a spanner out. So this is a 17, seems to be a 17 that's going to fit on here. So let's get it over the end and see if we can release this out of here. It's the first time it's been off. It's been in here for a good number of years, so how easy it's going to come off, I'm not sure. I'm guessing it's going to, yeah, it's just bending the tap at the moment. So we'll have a look, see if I need to kind of hold it steady or something with something else, but failing that, it might just be a quick sharp shock, might do the job. Okay, right, well after several attempts, it kind of didn't want to move anywhere, and the tap was kind of flexing back and forth quite a lot, and I don't want to compromise the pipe work underneath. It's not flexi pipe, and I don't want to obviously bow the sink either. So what I've done is just put a kind of a brick stone behind it and just put a cloth to protect the tap itself. So hopefully now, if I get a bit more leverage on here, with it being behind there, the tap's not going to flex that way. So I'm going to use it against itself, hopefully, just to support on that. And what I'm also going to do is just the age-old trick of kind of two spanners together, just to help give me a little bit of leverage. So let's get this 17 back on here. If I can, with a brick in the way. Yep, there we go, nice and easily. I'm just going to get the other spanner on the back end of it, if I show you what I mean. Just like this. And now hopefully with that extra leverage, the brick behind it, just here, I should be able to, it's still flexing a bit. There we go, and that's got it. Fortunately, I've got a ratchet spanner, so I'll release the other spanner now. So I've just got this one, and it's coming out nicely. So what I think I'll do is just move this brick out of the way. So now I should be able to work this the rest of the way out. There we go. And we can see inside it looks pretty much identical to the one that we've got. So I'm guessing it's just going to be the seal around this bit, which is the issue. You can just about see there. And at the same time, actually, what I'm going to do is just use a bit of wire wool and a bit of soap just on the area underneath the tap, just where it's a bit limescale-y. We live in a really hard limescale area, or hard water area. So I'm just going to use that just to clean up the area around here. So it's going to be absolutely really nice and look really good when we put it all back. Okay, brilliant. So with that all cleaned up, just looking at the new one and the old one side by side, the actual tap body, kind of the bit that goes in to the main body, should we say, or this bit, the kind of the lower bit that's going to go into it. Looks to be about perfect in terms of height wise, and obviously the nut is about the same. What's slightly different is the length of this thread, so the way it goes into here. I'm guessing it's going to have maybe a little impact as to how the handle's going to sit on there, but we'll see. Hopefully it will just go on and it will go into the same depth, but yeah, I'm guessing. Let's find out. Let's see if it wants to screw in. But it fits, which is the important thing, so that's a good start. Okay, so now we can just tighten it up. We're just going to get our spanner on there, 17 back on there. Okay, I'm not going to go too tight, I'm just going to go tight enough, but I reckon it should be okay. Okay, great. So with that like that, what I'm going to do is you've got kind of the tap handle on, and then I'm just going to make sure it's turned off. Yeah, that's all the way off. Certainly as it feels, hopefully it's in the right direction. And I'm just going to turn the isolating valve back on now, so hopefully it will fill up with water. Okay, great. Well, the water didn't come gushing out as soon as I turned it on, so let's have a quick fill. There we go, you can hear the water coming up, and there we go, we've got water. I'll turn it off. So it looks like we've got no drips at all, so we're all good. So let's get this last screw back on. Okay, brilliant, there we go. So one tap nicely fixed, didn't have to replace the whole thing after all, just saving 56 quid on a new tap, just replacing one of these bits instead, which was a £5 from your local hardware store. Brilliant, okay, so hopefully that's been helpful. If it has been, remember to hit like down below, remember to hit subscribe and coming up as well. Lots of stuff on the channel, mostly car based, but you know, the odd little tip here and there might always save your life. Thanks very much, and I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.